Have you ever wondered what will happen when the sun dies? Our existence, as we know it, is tightly bound to an unimaginably immense powerhouse of energy. The sun. Beating at the heart of our solar system, the sun is the wellspring of life, bathing our blue planet in its warm, life-giving radiance. Imagine the sun as a cosmic alchemist, ceaselessly toiling away at its grand project, the transformation of hydrogen into helium. This process, known as nuclear fusion, happens in the scorching crucible of the sun's core. It's this fusion that powers the sun, casting out energy in the form of light and heat. This energy travels 93 million miles across the cold void of space to reach our planet, nurturing life and driving the rhythms of our world. But here's the catch. The sun, like us, is middle-aged. It's been steadily burning for about 4.5 billion years, half of its expected lifespan. At this stage, it's a main sequence star, a term astronomers use to describe stars that are in the prime of their life, steadily fusing hydrogen into helium. It's a stable, reliable source of energy, but nothing lasts forever. The sun, like every star in the cosmos, is on a journey. This journey began in the cold darkness of space from a cloud of gas and dust, and will end with the sun's death. But worry not, this is not a tale of imminent doom. The sun still has about 5 billion years of life left in it. This cosmic journey of the sun, its birth, life, and eventual death, is a tale of stellar evolution. It's a story that echoes across the cosmos, a story of transformation and change. It's a story that in many ways mirrors our own journeys, evolving and changing over time. The sun, it seems, is living its best years, but like all things in the cosmos, it too has an expiration date. Our sun wasn't always the brilliant sphere we see today. It had a beginning, just like everything else. Around 4.6 billion years ago, a vast cloud of gas and dust in a quiet corner of the Milky Way began to collapse under its own gravity. As it contracted, the matter at the center heated and compressed, eventually sparking the nuclear reactions that birthed our sun. In its infancy, the sun was a wild and volatile star, surrounded by a swirling disk of debris. Over eons, this chaos settled into the harmonious dance of our solar system, with our sun at the center radiating heat and light that sustains life on our tiny blue planet, Earth. Today, our sun is a middle-aged star halfway through its expected 10 billion-year lifespan. It's what scientists call a main sequence star, a stage of life where stars burn hydrogen in their cores, fusing it into helium. This process, known as nuclear fusion, releases immense energy which we experience as the sun's heat and light. But stellar evolution is relentless. Our sun, like all stars, is on a journey. It started as a protostar, grew into a main sequence star, and in the future, it will enter its next stage of life, a red giant. As it exhausts its hydrogen fuel, the core of the sun will contract, and its outer layers will expand and cool. This will transform our warm yellow star into a swollen red behemoth, large enough to engulf the inner planets, including Earth. The transformation from a main sequence star to a red giant is a critical milestone in a star's life, marking the beginning of the end. It's a process driven by the very laws of physics that govern our universe, and it's a fate that awaits our sun just like every other star in the cosmos. Our sun has been burning brightly for billions of years, but what happens when the fuel runs out? Well, the journey isn't over. As we'll discover, the death of a star is just as fascinating, if not more so, than its life. The sun's demise is an inevitable cosmic event, a consequence of its own success. The life of our sun, like all stars, is a balancing act between the inward pull of gravity and the outward push of pressure from nuclear fusion. Currently, our sun is in the prime of its life, happily fusing hydrogen into helium at its core, providing the heat and light that sustain life on our planet. However, even stars aren't immortal. Over the next 5 billion years, the sun will gradually exhaust its hydrogen fuel. As the hydrogen supply dwindles, the core of the sun will contract under the relentless pull of gravity. This contraction will cause the core to heat up, triggering a series of complex nuclear reactions. The core's increasing temperature will cause the outer layers of the sun to expand, transforming our familiar yellow star into a red giant. This isn't a gentle expansion, mind you. It's a dramatic growth spurt that will see the sun swelling up to engulf the inner planets, including possibly our Earth. Now, This doesn't mean the sun is growing more massive. Quite the contrary, the sun is actually losing mass during this process. The expansion is due to the outer layers of the sun becoming less dense and cooler, which gives them a reddish hue, hence the term red giant. The fate of Earth in this scenario is a topic of much scientific debate. Some theories suggest that the sun's increased luminosity will cause Earth's orbit to drift outward, potentially sparing it from being consumed. Others postulate that our planet will be swallowed whole, vaporized in the intense heat of the sun's outer layers. Either way, the transformation of the sun into a red giant will mark the beginning of the end. The sun as we know it will be no more, replaced by a swollen red behemoth that will dominate our sky. As the sun swells into a red giant, it will create a cosmic spectacle of unimaginable proportions. Now, if you're enjoying our content so far, consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video, or leaving a comment with your thoughts and sharing with a friend or loved one. Continuing our journey in the wake of the sun's death, the solar system will undergo dramatic changes. The demise of our sun will be a spectacular, albeit destructive event. The sun, once a radiant beacon of life-giving energy, will have swollen into a red giant before finally collapsing into itself. In a final act of cosmic drama, it will shed its outer layers into space, a phenomenon known as the formation of a planetary nebula. This nebula, a cloud of gas and dust, will be all that remains of our once mighty sun. It will be a celestial spectacle, a glowing ring of colorful gases, the final testament to the sun's once vibrant life. But even this will not last forever. Over time, the remnants of the nebula will disperse, scattering the sun's material into the cosmic winds. But what about the heart of the sun, you might ask? Well, after the outer layers have been cast off, the sun's core will remain. This core, now devoid of the pressure and heat that once fueled nuclear fusion, will collapse under its own gravity. This will result in the formation of a white dwarf, a tiny faint star about the size of Earth, but with a mass comparable to that of the sun. This white dwarf will be the final resting state of our sun. It will glow with a faint, ghostly light, the last embers of a star that once shone so brightly. It will continue to cool and fade over billions of years until it eventually becomes a black dwarf, a cold, dark relic of a star. And so, our solar system will be left without its central star, its planets now orbiting a tiny, faint white dwarf. The inner planets, including our beloved Earth, will likely have been engulfed during the sun's red giant phase. The outer planets, however, may continue to orbit the white dwarf, albeit in a much colder and darker solar system. The sun's death will mark the end of an era, but also the beginning of a new cosmic cycle. The materials shed by the sun will be carried across the cosmos, perhaps one day contributing to the birth of new stars and planets. And so, the cycle of stellar life and death continues, a testament to the ever-changing, ever-evolving nature of our incredible universe. The death of the sun will have far-reaching implications, not just for our solar system, but for the cosmos at large. The sun's demise will leave a profound impact on our solar system. The outer planets, once warmed by the sun's heat, will be left to drift in the cold expanse of space. But this is not the end. The death of the sun will also mean the birth of something new. As the sun's outer layers are shed in its final stages, heavy elements will be dispersed across the cosmos. This stellar material, rich in elements like carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen, will drift through space, perhaps one day contributing to the birth of new stars and planets. And let's not forget the vast timescales involved. The sun has been burning for over 4.5 billion years, and it's not expected to die for another 5 billion. As we gaze upon the stars, we are witnessing a cosmic dance of birth, life, and death, a cycle that ensures the universe's continual evolution. Our journey through the life and death of the sun brings us face to face with the incredible vastness and wonder of the cosmos. We've traced the sun's journey from its fiery birth to its inevitable demise. We've seen how it will swell into a red giant, shedding its outer layers to form a planetary nebula, before finally collapsing into a white dwarf. All this, a testament to the unending cycle of stellar evolution and the cosmic dance of life and death. But the sun's story doesn't end here, nor does our exploration. If you found this cosmic journey fascinating, show your support, like this video, share your thoughts in the comments. consider subscribing for more journeys into the great beyond, more revelations of our universe's untold stories. The cosmos is full of mysteries waiting to be unraveled. Join us as we continue to explore the universe and uncover its secrets. Until then, keep looking up.